Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Waharakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Israel that rule and teach well. Shalom to all the Akim on highways and byways pushing this truth in sincerity. And shalom to all the Akim online, on social media, trying to push this truth out to our brothers and sisters, trying to edify them with the truth. I just wanted to break down this movie, just a few minutes of this movie that I come across. This movie here, was made in 1981, and it just goes to show the predictive programming that these wicked Edomites, these wicked Edomites put into these movies. And because you need to understand, these wicked Edomites worship Satan, man, but they still, they believe in karma. So they still believe they want to show you what they're going to do and what's going to happen. So they feel like it's not going to, fall back on them because they kind of showed us through subliminals and predictive programming. But, the Most High is going to, put an end to their kingdom, at the end of this all. But, they put in a lot of movies. And, most of the movies, you need to realize, is made by Edomites and wicked people in high places, that's got the ability to control what we hear and, what we're told and what to believe in. They got a hold on this kingdom, basically. So, I just wanted to run this clip, man, because, it's got a lot of prophecy in it, which is come to pass and is going to come to pass. So I'm just going to let it run.
Since our last meeting, we've made tremendous progress. And I'd like to say that most of the credit goes to our extremely efficient International Research and Development Committee.
So as you can see, I'm going to pause it and just say, as you can see, they're at the, that crafty council. They're at that crafty council with all these people that run these different nations, all the leaders of these different nations in these different countries, ruling over different lands, and they're in a, crafty council, which is, I believe it's in the book of Psalms. Might as well get it quickly, and just quickly get through this. Psalms 83 and 3. This is Psalms 83 and 3, and it reads, it says, "They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones." So, they're always, these people in the high places, all these nations that are in these high places, all these heathen nations in these high places creating crafty counsel, man, to make plans on how to take order of this wicked kingdom, and it says they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. And who are thy hidden ones, man? They're the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. We're the hidden ones, man. The ones that are calling ourselves black. Ones who are calling us African American. Ones that are getting called nigger. So that's us, man. So I'm gonna let it run. So this is the crafty council, man, that they've been doing. And just keep in mind, this movie was made in 1981, and it's just amazing the prophecies that are in it, and just how wicked these people are, man.
I would like to thank each and every one of you for your hard work and dedication to our cause. In reviewing this year's progress, let me say that we have been highly effective in conditioning the people's minds to accept our solution to the world's problems. The energy crisis here in the United States was exceptionally successful worldwide, and we expect similar success with our upcoming food shortage. Our labor leaders...
And again, Israel, as you just heard, you know, these people deal with the energy and the food shortages, you know, and we've had food shortage scares, and all this is part of their wicked plan, man. You know, they control everything in this, you know, the Most High controls everything, but they, you know, the Most High's let them, you know, do this wickedness to our people, and you know why? It's because we're not following the laws. But, you know, these heathens take the biscuit, man. You know, so they're the ones in control of when they're telling you there's a food shortage and all this kind of folly. You know, it's just them, you know, they're fear mongers, you know, they know how to put fear into people and make people panic by a click of the finger, you know, they'll just make people panic, man.
Have made great progress by causing confusion and work stoppages in all areas of the world. Financially, the dollar is being devalued even faster than we could have hoped. Politically, the public has lost total confidence in any form of government. The threat of universal war is a daily possibility.
You see there, it says the threat of universal war is a daily possibility. And he didn't even say world war. You know, he said universal war. And you know that universal war is when those chariots come, man, and the Most High gonna come destroy this place, man. So this is the time that we're coming up to, man, where this place is gonna get judgment put on it, and that there's gonna be universal war, man. There's gonna be a lot of bloodshed, man.
As you know, we ourselves do not need to hold any visible office of leadership. As a matter of fact, it's better that we do not. If we control the finances, news media, food, transportation, energy, we control everything.
So it's clear as day, man. You know, this movie from 1981 is telling you, man, they control the media, what we watch, they control the transportation, you know, they're controlling it all, man. He says we control everything. And this is what you Israelites need to realize, man, that we're under a government and we're under a people that create crafty counsel against us, man. You know, so we follow their regime, man, which is wicked as hell. That's why these Edomites have to get put to death, man.
It is important that you, as world leaders, keep our program before your countrymen.
So all these world leaders, man, you know, they know what's really good, man. It's our people that are sleeping, you know, and just the average Joe, you know, they don't know, or they don't even consider to understand, man. And this is part of Esau's plan, man. Like he said, they control everything, man. So they manipulate minds, you know, to believe that this is the way of life, man. But this ain't no way to be living, man.
With our World Bank and computer program operational, we now have the capacity to control the financial affairs of every human being on Earth by giving each person his own computer number.
Yeah, man. They said, let me run that back.
It is important that you, as world leaders, keep our program before your countrymen. With our World Bank and computer program operational, we now have the capacity to control the financial affairs of every human being on Earth.
They said they got the capacity to control the financial affairs of every human being. And this is why they're getting rid of the cash. That's why he said, you know, the dollar's, you know, not worth nothing, you know. So they got the capability of controlling everyone's financial affairs. And this is why you see money, you know, them getting rid of money. And we got bank cards and stuff like that, because, you know, when we had money, you know, when we was using cash, it's untraceable. You know, you got cash, you go buy something from somewhere, and they can't trace where you bought this or that, you know. They can't see where you're spending your money. They can't see where you've been, you know. But the fact they introduced these bank cards and these ways that we pay now, they can track you, man. They know your every step, man. They know what shops you've been in. They know what you've spent your money on. And this is what they mean by controlling the financial affairs of every human being, man. And this is what they're doing today, man. So, and this movie, you know, So this has been their plan, man. This is the council, the crafty council that they've been dealing with, man, for years.
Giving each person his own computer number. Anytime his number is used, we would know his financial situation at once. He could not buy or sell anything without his computer number.
Whoa. Let's build that up, and let's really think about what he's talking about here.
Of every human being on Earth, by giving each person his own computer number.
Giving each individual his own computer number.
Anytime his number is used, we would know his financial situation at once.
That's those bank cards. You know, but it gets deeper.
Not buy or sell anything without his computer number.
That's that mark. That's the MOTB, man. He's talking about a mark. He's talking about a number, you know, and we know what the number that is. He's talking about that number of the beast, you know, where he said we're not going to be able to buy or sell unless we got this number, man, that everyone's going to have their individual number.
By giving each person his own computer number. Anytime his number is used, we would know his financial situation at once. He could not buy or sell anything without his computer number. It will simplify their lifestyles tremendously. The end result will be a one-world monetary and government system that we alone will control.
And this was always the plan, Israel, you know, for them to, you know, that NWO, you know, to be able to, you know, these nations gather together and they control everyone, man, under one order, you know, and this has been their plan. And our people are so asleep that they don't even see what's coming, man. It's going to come, you know, it's gonna be harsh on the people that's not going to wake up, man, to this truth and realize what's really going on out here, man. Let me bring it back a bit and I'll let it run.
Without his computer number. To control the financial affairs of every human being on Earth by giving each person his own computer number. Anytime his number is used, we would know his financial situation at once. He could not buy or sell anything without his computer number. It will simplify their lifestyles tremendously. The end result will be a one-world monetary and government system that we alone will control. Yes.
What about the people who forget their number, or their cards are lost or stolen?
We've made provisions for that. By using this laser imprinter, we can painlessly and permanently affix the person's number to the back of his hand or his forehead if he so desires. The numbers would be easily read by this new ultraviolet scanning equipment. For the purposes of demonstration, I've had such a number imprinted on myself. Once this number is imprinted...
Israel. So what is this that it's talking about, man? You know, these heathens, man, knew what the plan was, and they're still going to follow through with these plans, man. And you know what scripture I'm going to get now, because you know what that's talking about, man. You know, I'm going to try not, you know, I don't know if this is going to get taken down, what I'm doing, but we will find out, you know. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13 and verse 16, and it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or their foreheads. And you heard what that man just said. This movie is 1981. You know, we're in 2022. 1981. Says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And I don't even need to say nothing else. I'm just going to let it run.
We can...
People who forget their number, or their cards are lost or stolen.
We've made provisions for that. By using this laser imprinter, We can painlessly and permanently affix the person's number to the back of his hand or his forehead if he so desires. The numbers would be easily read by this new ultraviolet scanning equipment. For the purposes of demonstration, I've had such a number imprinted on myself. Once this number is imprinted, it cannot be lost nor can it be changed. Now,
He said this could not be lost or cannot be changed. So you know what this is all about, man. So, you know, people that want to go along with this system, then you're going to be in for some trouble when it comes to, you know, judgment from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know, it's going to be a problem, man. It's going to be a big problem, man. And have you got the faith and strength to get through this place without the Most High? And you know, following these people, man, we going to find out in that day, man.
are there any questions?
What about the individuals who refuse to have this number implantation?
We expect some minor resistance, especially from highly motivated religious groups.
And there we go again. You know, they said, what about let's run it back.
Refuse to have this number.
Can it be changed? Now, are there any questions?
What about the individuals who refuse to have this number implantation?
So he's asked, you know, it's a valid question, you know. So what about these people that don't want this thing, you know? They don't want that number. What about the people that refused to get that number, man? What's going to happen then, you know? Because, you know, Esau's got all angles covered, man. So all you Jake out there, let's just run it.
We expect some minor resistance, especially from highly motivated religious groups. But eventually hunger...
He said they expect some, you know, they expect some people to go against this, man. You know, so they've already come to the understanding that, you know, not everyone's going to just say, okay. You know, people's going to come against it. And the people that he says going to come against it is those highly religious group, you know. And the people that are real, you know, we don't deal with religion like that, but, you know, he's talking about us Jake, man. It's clear to see, you know. But what are they going to do?
will cause even the most zealous to conform to our program.
What are they going to do?
We expect some minor resistance, especially from highly motivated religious groups. But eventually hunger will cause even the most zealous to conform to our program.
He said even, you know, people that are hungry, they're going to give in, man, when that time comes, man. When your belly's empty and, you know, your kids are starving and they're crying, Mommy, Daddy, we need to, you know, we're hungry, you know, we're starving. You know, then, you know, a lot of people are going to turn around and be like, okay, it needs to be done, you know. You don't want to see my children die. I don't want to starve to death. So they got those angles covered, man. What wicked devils, man. So we really need to be putting our faith into Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, that he's going to see us through, man. And that's a strong faith, man. So how strong's your faith, man? You can say you're a man or you're a woman of the Most High, but are you really, you know? How strong's that faith, man? How's your spirit, man? Have you got the Spirit? Have you got the Holy Spirit on you, man? That's going to, you know, guide you through them times, man. I'm going to run it back just a little bit.
New ultraviolet scanning equipment. For the purposes of demonstration, I've had such a number imprinted on myself. Once this number is imprinted, it cannot be lost nor can it be changed. Now, are there any questions?
What about the individuals who refuse to have this number implantation?
We expect some minor resistance, especially from highly motivated religious groups. But eventually hunger will cause even the most zealous to conform to our program.
Mr. Chairman, I am concerned about the situation in the Middle East.
We've given Russia and Israel a great deal of consideration.
So yeah, man, there it is. That's just a snippet of this movie, man, that was made in 1981, man. You know, prophesying what's gonna happen, man. So these people already know what's going on, man. What's really good, man. And they've been like this since they were born, man. Ain't nothing new under the sun. So yeah, man, there you have it, man. Prophecies coming out in these movies, you know, and this stuff is gonna come to pass, man. So we need to stop playing with the Most High, man. Really need to stop playing with the Most High, man. It's nothing to be played with, man. This is serious times they're coming into, man. They won't think twice about, you know, stopping you from being able to go into certain stores and stuff, you know. You know, I've tried to like not say too much in it because I didn't really want this to get taken down, but you know, it might just so we'll find out though. You know, this is Psalms 58 and verse 3, and it says, "The wicked are estranged from the womb; they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies," man. And this is what these people do, man. You know, they make it sound sweet and comfortable, but, you know, they speak lies, man. And this is why they set up these crafty councils, man, to set up what's really, you know, the real agenda, you know. But they won't tell us the real agenda. Of course not, man. This is why they go astray lying, man. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." So yeah, man. Just as iron's gonna rust, man, you know, so are they gonna be wicked, man. Because they've been wicked from the womb, you know? And
A man cannot simply walk into this fortress, knock out a systems analyst, crawl through our air conditioning system, and record a top-secret council meeting without anybody seeing it.
that's that crafty council, man. You know, that's just another little snippet, man. It's the crafty council they were talking
The
about.
Book of Revelation tells about the coming of a new world ruler who will make everyone receive a number on his hand or forehead. No one can do business of any kind without a number.
So how does the One World Foundation fit into all this?
Well, the Foundation is the most powerful organization in the world today. They control transportation, education, our news media, the banking systems, plus 37% of the world's major industries. And through their grants to our universities, they can control what is taught.
And it tells you there, man. These people control everything. You know, this thing that I'm doing is for education, you know. These people from this movie in the 1981, you know, they're telling you, man, these people control everything, man. The banks, the transport, you know, even the schools that are funded by these same people, you know, so they say what's to be taught. They say what's to be taught, man. And if they've been estranged from the womb, speaking lies, they're not going to be telling you the truth in these places, man. They ain't going to be telling you the truth, man.
The Book of
And I just wanted to get, you know, I'm not going to say much at all. I'm just going to say, this is Andy Byford. As it says, it's a British civic employee whose career has been defined by serving in chief positions in a number of top public transport. I'm not even going to speak on that, man. If you know, then you know. Media CEOs are the highest paid American executives. There we go. We all know who that is. And the president of the World Bank Group right there. Walt Disney, you know, for your children, you know. I'm just trying to make you, you know, just jog your mind a bit, you know. These are the Warner Brothers. And, you know, obviously I'm not going to say too much on that, but these are the people that run these businesses, right? These are the people that run all these corporations, man. And there's something that's missing from those pictures, man. And if you got wisdom, you'll know what's missing from those pictures. This is another clip, just another movie. Whoever's seen Demolition Man, this is Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes. You know, you could say Jacob and Esau. And here's some more prophecy. Here's some more prophecy that they put in these movies, man. You know, these predictive programming, man. So let it run.
Unfortunately, Simon Phoenix was not coded. While you were sleeping, everyone in the city was installed code. It was a brilliant idea by Dr. Cocteau that an organically bioengineered microchip be sewn into the skin. Sensors all over the city can zero in on anyone at any time.
Yeah, so once again, man, there's the MO, you know, the MOTB, man. You know, they in that film, you know, they got a microchip in their hand, which, you know, they've got, you know, it's GPS, so, you know, they know where everyone is in that movie. You know, all they have to do is, you know, look through the computer and just see your location, man. Which is, you know...
Mellow greetings, Warden William Smithers.
And this is another thing that came to pass, man. This movie's, I think this is an 80s movie as well. You know, they're making FaceTime calls. You know, they're FaceTiming on pads. You know, which weren't about then for us, should I say. You know, it weren't about for us then. But these are all the stuff that they're showing, man, which is gonna, you know, come to pass, which has come to pass, man. This is what everyone's indulged in now. So it kind of shows what time we're coming into. You know, they got like FaceTime on the pads here, and, you know, they've got a microchip in their hand, you know, for their location and all this rest of the stuff, you know.
Be well, Lieutenant Ladina Huxley.
As it is a beautiful Monday morning, and as my duty log irrationally requires it, I'm hereby querying you on the prison population update. Does the tedium continue?
Your earnest questioning is as amusing as it is irrelevant. The prisoners are ice cubes. They never move.
I find this lack of stimulus to be truly disappointing. Don't you think?
I try not to. However, you...
Self-driving cars, man. You know, these new Tesla cars and these cars that we have now. I mean, it's funny because this movie was based, if you check it, I believe it was based in 2023, I believe. So, you know, it's made in the 80s, but the film was based on something from 2023, you know, and, you know, if you're measuring the time diligently, then you'll understand that this is very similar to, you know, how we be living right now, man. The cars be driving itself, walking around with handheld, you know, video calling devices, you know, so, and this is an old movie, man.
Young, think all you want. Things don't happen anymore. We've taken care of all that. I'll fiber off you back after the morning parole hearings. Have a...
That fiber optics, man. It's that fiber optics, that broadband fiber optics, man. You know, you go get your fastest fiber optics, I believe now. I could be saying it wrong. I'm not really, you know, too knowledgeable on that kind of thing, but, you know, I know that fiber optics is what we be using now for fast internet speed and stuff like this, you know. And what was that called? The whole thing was called, you know, something like fiber something.
Oh, he went to the bathroom. I guess he got all thought out.
Oh. Sir, I formally convey my presence.
How you doing?
We are not used to physical contact greetings.
Germs.
Look, I don't know if
you see right there, they said they're not used to physical contact, man. They're not used to touching each other, man. They keeping, you know, they socially keeping distance, man. If you know what I mean. They socially keeping that distance, man. So, yeah, what I wanted to get is these movies, predict a lot of things, man. And it's not predict, man. These people put it there for you, man, to show you what's going to happen, man, because all this stuff has to come to pass anyway, you know. And you know, we serve our enemies in every sort of way, but our people still don't wanna believe that there's a Most High looking down on us, you know, making ticks and crosses on everyone's lifestyle, man. You'd be making ticks and crosses on everyone's lifestyle, man, and this is where you need to get right before you get left, man. And we're under some heavy curses right now, man, and our oppressor is, you know, it's got his foot on our neck, man, to say the least. You know, all because we don't want to listen to, we don't want to hearken on to the Most High, man. We just don't want to hearken on to the Most High. So, yeah, you see it there. a couple of videos, I couldn't say as much as I wanted to say. I had to kind of keep it quiet and just let you watch, for various reasons, as you could tell. But yeah, man, these things, man, are going to come to pass, man. And this is why we need to have faith, man, in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and meditate in these scriptures, man. Meditate in these scriptures, man. I'm gonna just quickly get, because our people don't realize that we're cursed. We're under the, like I said, we're under the foot of the oppressor. So I'm gonna explain why, man. What the scriptures are, should I say? And, this is for all you Israelites. You already know what time it is, man. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. And it says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes which I commanded thee this day, then all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." I'm going to jump down to verse 19. It says, "Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed thou shalt be when thou goest out," man. So we cursed everywhere, man. There's no escaping these curses, We're cursed all around, man, for not hearkening unto the Most High. And if you know about Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1, it says if we listen, we're going to have all these blessings, and we're going to be exalted high, man. We're going to be exalted high, but we don't want to be exalted high. We're happy with the lies, man. Like I said, the scriptures say the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And then it says the wicked are estranged from the womb, going away telling lies, man. So you rather listen to liars than the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Which is a shame. I'm going to jump down to verse 22. It says, I'm going to jump down to verse 28. It says, the Lord Yahweh shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of the heart, man. And this is what our people are right now, man. We're blind to the fact of, what we're really meant to be doing, man. So, we're walking around with our eyes shut, man. We're blind, man. Thus saith the Lord. And the Most High said he's going to do that to us, man. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai said this what he's going to do if we don't hearken unto him, man. He's going to smite Selachia. He's going to smite us with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. And this is what's happening right now, man. Our people, always like, why is this happening to me? Why am I going through all this pain? Why am I losing so much people in my life? It's because we don't want to listen to the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and we want to do what we want, man. We've become our own Most Highs, man. And this is why we're getting dealt with the way we're getting dealt with. I'm going to jump down to 30. It says, "Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her." And we see that all the time, man. These wicked ass Eve, going around doing what they want, man, wearing the trousers, thinking that they're special in that way, really can do what they want, man. And you men are no better, man. Going around committing adultery with all these women, man. And this is why we're under the curses, man. It says, "Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein," man. We built up this city, man. We built up this land, We do all this work, and we don't get any benefit from it. These other nations be getting benefits from it, man, not us. It says, "Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and thou shalt not gather the grapes thereof," man. We're not gathering the grapes, man. We be working in people's fields, man. We be working in the field. And we see nothing from it, man. It's but you people are happy just doing, killing yourself just to eat. It says, verse 37, "And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether Yahweh shall lead thee." So no matter where we go, man, we get called the same thing. Yo, what's up, my nigga? Yeah, what's up, black man? Yeah, that black man over there. or you're African American, Black British, Caribbean, Black British, mixed, African, all this madness, you know. When everyone else knows who they are, we don't know who we are, man. We're lost people, man. We are the lost sheep. We'll jump down to 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, man, for they should go into captivity, man. And this is what we see. You know, I've got sons and daughters. You know, I can't enjoy them how I want to enjoy them, man, because we're not in control. I got to take them for 6-7 hours of the day to another people to learn what they want to be taught, man. Like I was saying earlier, you know, they fund these schools. You know, they fund these places, so we have to learn what they tell us to learn. You know, we gotta watch the whatever they put on, you know, to program us. You know, if I had if we was in control, you know, if us Israelites were in control of the TV, you know, each channel, you know, be channel 1, the Book of Daniel, channel 2, Deuteronomy, channel 3, the Book of Revelations, and that would be playing through each and every day, man. Just scriptures, man. But it's not the case, is it? It's not the case at all, man. You know, we got to do what we're told in this place, man. And it's the last one I'm going to get, because, you know, there's so much curses that our people are being put under for not, you know, following what we're meant to be following, man. So much curses. And it comes like our people don't want these curses lifted, man. And this is why these people, you know, this is why we're people that know who they are now, you know, should be diligent in just seeking this wisdom, you know, so these curses be lifted, man. And we just come back to the Heavenly Father, man. Jump all the way down to verse 56, and it says, verse 54, so that the man that is tender among you, you know, brothers used to actually, you know, show love to each other, you know. What's up, my brother? You need anything? You good? You know, how's the family? You sure you don't need anything? You know, good to see you. So it says, the man that is tender among you, you know, loving, tender, delicate, very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother. Who you looking at, fam? You know, you got a big knife tucked in your thing. You know, you're scared of Esau, but when it comes to your own people, you know, you got the big long knife tucked ready to stab out one of your brothers. You know, that's what it means by your eyes shall be evil towards his brother, man. And towards your wife, man. Domestics. You know, not getting along, man, because we're not all on one accord. You're thinking this, she's thinking that. You know, you've learnt this, you've learnt that. We haven't learnt the same thing, man, which is these laws, statutes, and commandments. And towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave, man. How many single-parent homes are there, you know? Who's got the most, you know, what nation of people, or what people have got the, you know, the single-parent home? Us Israelites, man, so-called black, Spanish, Native Americans. So, yeah, man. It's the last one, verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would have not adventured to set her sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. So that's saying these women were so delicate and tender. You know, these soft, you know, the women were soft, you know, beautiful, you know, obedient, submissive. It says, her eyes shall be evil towards her husband. Get out of my house. This is my house. You know? I don't need a man to control my life. Get out of my house. Aborting babies. I do what I want. I only live once, you know. No man can't tell me nothing. What can any man do for me? And that's because Esau's looking after these women, man, and he's got them under wickedness, man. So yeah, Israel, you know, wasn't able to, you know, talk on it the way I wanted to talk on it, but I just wanted you to see those clips, you know, just to open your eye a bit, to let you know what is meant to come to pass is going to come to pass, man. So we need to be diligent in this word and stay on the right-hand side of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man, because it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. A very fearful thing, man. You don't want to get caught on that wrong side in that day of judgment, man. It's not going to be nice. And this is why I'm going to get this last scripture now, because it just came to my mind. This is the book of Sirach, otherwise known as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39 and verse 1. It says, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies," man. And that just sums up the whole thing, man. That just sums it all up, man. We need to give our mind to the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And we need to occupy our mind and meditate in these scriptures and seek wisdom. You know, and then, you know, certain things will be revealed to us, man. So yeah, that's all I wanted to get. So until next time, Israel, you know, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Shalom, Israel.